Alright, welcome back to Saints Row. Today we're going to be doing some activities. Activities are the side jobs around the city. We do them, we get some cash, we get some respect, and we especially need that respect, because without respect we can't do story missions. We'll be doing activities in the Los Carnales section of the city, because the Los Carnales are the first gang that we're going to take on in the story mode. First thing we gotta do though is get some new threads. I'm at Sloppy Seconds, which is one of 4 different kinds of clothing stores around the city. It's probably like ghetto thrift store. And what I'm doing is I'm loading up on my purple attire. If you can see, once I start looking at clothing, buying certain things increases this little purple bar here. And buying purple things increases it the most because purple is the color of the Saints. And once that bar is full, thank you, we'll get an additional 10% every time we earn respect, which is very nice for doing activities. I usually like to have a nice all-purple outfit when I'm grinding for respect. So, you know, even the boxers. Oh, thank you very much. You know, I don't go all purple just because it can get a little glaring. But you know, as long as you get up to the 10% marker on the bar, everything works out pretty well. I'm not planning on wearing the all purple thing for the story missions. I can be a little more flamboyant. One glaring omission from the clothing stores which kind of bugs me is that there are no women's clothes. And I realize you can only be a male character, but I would have at least liked the option, you know? It'd be nice to run around in a purple bra, some nice purple panties. You can see that we are above the 10% marker now on our clothing. So we're all worked out. Alright, let's do an activity. So the first activity we're going to be doing is drug trafficking. We haven't yet really explored our map, but I know where it is. I think. Yeah, it's right here.
The clothing shop where you shop for clothing, you see? Well, then this radio station came to me and said to Stefan, you must come on the radio and help our listeners be more like Stefan. I said, well, of course, there's only some.
I wonder who that Stefan guy was. Sorry for cutting out the commercial, by the way. I'll try not to do that again.
You think you can steal from me? You think you can fucking rob me? You stupid fucking backstabbing piece of shit!
Hey, what's up? Sorry about the mess. Billy here thought it'd be a good idea to skim off the top, and well, let's just say he was wrong. Are you looking for work? Billy used to watch my back on deliveries, but I don't think he's gonna make it in today. You make sure my deals go smoothly, I'll cut you in on the action.
What a pleasant young man that is. I think his name is Tobias? Huh. Seems pretty chill. Okay, welcome to drug trafficking.
Time, kid.
Yeah. Protect the dealer while they make the deliveries. You ride shotgun in the car, you don't drive, you just have a bunch of weapons you can choose from, which is nice. Because at this point in the game, when we're just starting out, I really only have my pistol, so it's nice to play with some of the other weapons. You can see that our notoriety on the bottom left has gone up to 2. Yep, so that means they're going to be sending Carnales after us. Carnales that like to listen to emo in their cars. So yeah, most of the time we won't be seeing the actual drug deals because I'll be keeping an eye out for people to kill. But generally, the drug dealer gets out of the car, talks to an NPC for a little bit, and then comes back. Let's just sneak by these 3 guys. So pretty easy. They do send more and more guys after you, not only gang members but cops too in later levels. Generally, I just like to get out of the car because that means they stop their cars and get out, and it's a little easier to shoot them as they come after you. It's pretty straightforward. One thing to note is that the drug dealer, after he completes his deal, he will not get into the car until you do. So once the deal is completed, you got to get back in the car as quickly as you can, or he'll be in some trouble, possibly. Some of the guns you get, you always start off with a submachine gun with 300 rounds, and you always start off with infinite pistol ammo. which is very nice. And this is one of the better pistols in the game too as well. So, you know, they don't just leave you out to dry. You do keep any other weapons you have collected during the game, like rocket launchers, for example. Just throwing it out there. If you have a rocket launcher, you get it during this one too. So for the rest of this section of the video, I'm going to keep the commentary to a minimum, just to kind of point out why I put a specific clip in, because we're not going to watch everything. For example, this I just put in because I'm able to snipe this guy with my pistol. And both Tobias and I thought it was pretty cool. The audio for the drug dealer is pretty good. He usually has different things to say, although by the end of the activity, you've heard everything he has to say several times. So you can see him talking to the buyer right there. Alright, let's continue.
Show me what you got.
See our notoriety is including police, and it's gone up to 3. And also, there's some really stellar driving on the part of the Canales in this video. You can see the shotgun we have a shotgun now starting in level 3, and it is intensely preferable for car-to-car combat just because the spread of its bullet spread makes it a lot easier to shoot the driver of the cars that are chasing you, which is nice. Here's where the really great driving starts, as we drive around in a van with every door on it flopping open. Tree. Killing pedestrians. Tree. This guy's got us though. He has to. Whoops. Man, they're making it pretty easy for me. I don't have to spend any ammo. Alright, here's some good car-to-car combat. First of all, they do give you grenades at this point. I try out using the grenades. I don't get any of the Canaleses, but I kind of accidentally take out this cop here. Grenades are kind of hard to aim. Take out the cop. But the shotgun is actually very nice at damaging these cars. If you can get them right in the engine block, they go up in flames pretty quickly. It only takes a couple hits, which is pretty sweet. And it's just good for killing bitches. You can see at this point, I'm soaking up a lot of bullets, but it's actually not damaging you that much. So, you know, they're being pretty nice.
My name is Richard Hughes, and I pledge to you here and now that I will return Stillwater to the former glory.
They should have stayed out of
For me,
I'm not gonna be pushed around by some punk kids.
once a beacon of promise, the district of Saints Row has long since devolved into a contemporary Sodom, a place where diseased fools grow the bodies and virtues of our youth.
I am not a man to fuck with!
And all too often, violence is seen as the solution to...
Why was Lex Luthor on the radio? That's kind of a weird.
I'm not trying to pressure you or anything, but if you fuck up, I will.
Oh, I've been doing so well though. How could I possibly fuck this up? Bam, bam, bam. Here's my mistake here. I take the time to kill these other guys instead of just getting back into the car. So now more guys come. I'm trying to get the ammo. I forget to reload. So I just take a ton of hits. Poor Tobias is getting beat up over there. And then I shoot Tobias. And then all of a sudden, he's not my homie anymore. And I failed. Even though he was right there. Oh well, let's move on. You can see that for drug trafficking, the icon for it, for you to start it, actually moves around the map. Depending on where the last mission ended. This is the only activity that does that. Let's do a little more snatch. you know, I could always use some more snatch in my life. We'll just take this ambulance. I don't think anybody's using it. There are a couple more mechanics that they show off in the later levels, and it's also just kind of fun to watch the different cutscenes. There's my technique for quickly getting out of a car. It's very useful. The damage hit is really not that bad, so you can take it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get it started with the latest instance of Snatch in the Los Carnales territory.
Wait. Where you think you going? It's been a while since a client came in here. That's not to say my girls can't make you come. It's just I ain't got no girls to do it. ¿Sabe lo que digo? It's like this. I had the finest chicas on the block. Then these fucking padrotes come rolling around, and all of a sudden I'm left with nothing but stained sheets and some lube. Look, I need my girls, and I'm willing to pay whatever it takes to get them back.
Okay, so we know the drill here. Get the hose, kill the pimps, all that good stuff. I'm kind of running around randomly right now because I'm looking for a car. But it looks like I'm taking the ambulance, which is fine. Only need to get one hoe. She'll be riding in style. One thing to point out now is that if you depress the left thumbstick, your car will honk its horn. And in the case of emergency vehicles like the ambulance and the police car, it'll turn the lights on. I'm pointing this out now because if you watch closely during these videos, whenever I power slide and I'm trying to go fast, I usually press the thumbstick on accident. Die pimp. And so usually in most of the videos you'll see me honking the horn, wailing on the horn as I go around corners. So I jumped out of the car to kill this guy because sometimes it can take the hose a while to get inside the car. And when that happens, it can be really annoying waiting for them, and guys that are trying to kill you can pull you out and beat you up. So that sound you hear, that scraping sound, one of my tires went flat. Oh, and there go the lights. One of my tires went flat, so now the car will actually pull to whatever side the tire's out on, which can be it's a nice touch of realism, but it's actually more just annoying. You know, I'd rather have the sound but not the control, but I guess I should just drive better. So here's a new mechanic to Snatch that I absolutely hate and despise, where a hoe is stuck in a car with a pimp. And I've already talked about my hatred of the car-to-car combat in this game, and with a time limit, you have to try to chase down a car and either shoot it enough so that the pimp dies while you're trying to keep up with it, or if their car that's chasing, every car around you is able to go over the curb, but you are not for some reason, just drives me nuts. Fortunately, if you keep a pretty close eye on your GPS, you can catch up, and the AI for their driving is not super great, pretty predictable. So you can catch up, hit them, crash into them, anything to try to make them stop. But it's really a big waste of time. Usually, almost always, when they have an instance where you do this, and it's random, it doesn't happen, and it's not a scripted thing that happens in certain levels, I almost always fail. So I'm running around the end so I can pull him out, but he just backs me over. You can see that he's still backing in and out. He's not getting out at all. I had to kick him out, but then he pulls me out, and everything kind of goes to hell from here. I get so close to getting in the car that I just get wasted instead. Oh well. So next time we'll actually start some Los Carnales missions. I'm doing a little more of the level off screen, getting these things done. And let's come back next time for some story mode. Thank you.